Hey, Cowboy Nation, this Cowboys abroad. Let's get into some football talk. Topic of discussion this time is Dak Prescott rumored to have turned down $30 million. Seems to have everybody in the uproar. People want that. There are people, fans of Cowboys that didn't want to pay Dak to begin with. Didn't want to pay Dak 20 million, let alone 30 million. And people were upset that Dak is rumored to have turned down this kind of money. It's turned down this kind of money. As many of my fellow YouTubers, my Cowboys family, Mark Holmes has been stating. It's difficult to know whether that was a good decision or a bad decision without knowing the details of the contract. We don't know if the contract was guaranteed, how much was guaranteed, if the player will be protected from injury, if the player will be protected if his play diminished, we if the player would be protected if he was released due to the salary cap. We don't know any of that. Well, we just have a hypothetical based on based on uh, based on rumor, really. Based on rumor, really. What we know is Stephen Jones. What we know is Stephen Jones. Uh, they didn't offer to Dak, Zeke, and Cooper, and supposedly Zeke was offered Le'Veon Bell money, and he hasn't signed. And supposedly Dak is offered 30 million, and he hasn't signed. And supposedly Amari Cooper was offered somewhere range of 15 million, and he haven't signed. And according to what's out there, is these salaries would put all three in the top five, but not making any of them the highest paid. That's kind of what the rumor is, and I would say this. I would say this that uh, uh, 30 million seems like uh, is a lot of money. Is a lot of money, but Dak Prescott, I think you have to look at the precedence that's been set by the league. Now, Carson Wentz reset the market when he got his contract for 32 million. Now, where I'm at right now, if you're looking at these stats over here at the right, um, you do a comparison. What you'll figure out very quickly is Dak has a higher completion percentage, a higher yards per attempt, higher yard per attempt. You can read just like I can. Fewer interceptions, more rushing yards, more rushing for 10, more rushing TDs. And so I think you could pretty easily and quickly demise that Dak has better stats than Carson Wentz. Yet we trying to give him a lower salary, a lower salary. You know, if you think you're worth more and want to be paid more, then maybe you turn down that kind of money. If you think that in principle you should be paid more than this guy based on your level of performance, you brought your team to division championships, and a whole lot of wins to go along with that led your team to victory. This guy has spent a great deal of time, in rehab, from injuries. And so there's durability to be discussed as well. But you want the Cowboys QB to take a lower salary than this guy. I think that's something that certainly has to be considered when you look. Something certainly has to be considered when you're looking at this, and you comparing these two. Let's also look at this right here. Um, yards per attempt, and adjusted completion versus pressure. Under pressure, Dak's going to be a better QB as well. Let's look at these. Let's look at these over here. 34 TDs, 8 interceptions compared to 29 TDs, 17 interceptions. Um, Carson Wentz has more passing yards, but you know, Dak Prescott almost doubles his rushing yards, has six more TDs, on the ground, a better completion rating, and certainly a better passing rating. So I think the problem with the Cowboys, um, the problem lies in the Cowboys trying to give less money than this guy. I think Dak deserves at least a match contract. Dak and his agent probably feel the same, which is probably why you haven't got a deal done if you haven't got one done. Now, again, all of this is rumor and nothing has been confirmed. Nobody really, but Dak's agent, Dak, and uh, and the Jones family really know what the real numbers is, what the real deal is, what the counters were, and all that good stuff. Those are the only ones really know the truth. We just kind of guessing um, based on the verbiage that's come out. But everything indicates that the Cowboys simply need to come to the table with a bigger check. Um, I don't know why it is that they don't want to show up to the table with Dak Prescott with at least $32 million on the table. I don't know why they didn't do that, and why Carson Wentz wasn't the starting figure when he clearly has better performance than Carson Wentz. Okay, so there's that. Just like I don't know why the Cowboys didn't come to the table with at least Todd Gurley money when they know definitively that Zeke has led the league in rushing and it's the top back, it's the top rushing back right now in the NFL. He's number one on the board. It doesn't get better than number one. So if you're number one on the board, why you not number one in pay? Why you wouldn't be considered beating number one paid back if you the highest performing back, and you've done that for multiple years, not just one. Talking about a guy, to sit out 6 games and still rush for damn near 1,000 yards. So at some point in time, we got to stop lowballing. We got to stop lowballing the players and pay them what their market value is. No one's saying go crazy. No one's saying go crazy, and get it. And no one's saying go crazy, but certainly we should pay them what the market is demanding. And if the market is, set at a certain price point, our guys should get what they deserve. Especially when you're talking about players like both Dak and Zeke. Um, they're both on rookie deals that grossly ripped them off. They grossly ripped them off. Playing for $500,000 in today's market as a QB. As a QB, knowing full well the guys that you are performing is getting 25-30 million, and you playing for uh, less than $1 million. That's a total ripoff, in my opinion, of the rookies. If you know, you know that the guy's is the number one rushing guy in the league. I mean, you paying this guy $3 million compared to somebody else that's performing less than him, getting $15 million. It's no wonder why these guys don't want to play for this chump change. Now I understand that was the reason the agreement was put in place just because trying to project what rookies were valued at and the amount of money the rookies were getting was getting astronomical, and it seemed to be a problem for veteran players with rookies that never touched the field. Uh, was getting more than they were. So they came out with some sort of system that kind of even the playing field to where you didn't have this guy in the NFL that just stepped foot in the NFL. They ain't played a damn in the NFL, walking away with bukus of money Meanwhile, a guy that's 10-year vet getting next to nothing. Uh, seemed like a bad deal for the vets at the time. Uh, but in reality, uh, I think maybe it's time to revisit how we paying these rookie guys, and how these rookie contracts shake up. Now, I'm not a fan. Uh, I'm not a fan of breaching contracts. You sign the contract, you should live by that contract, play that contract. Uh, but if the contract system is unfair, then maybe we need to look at it and adjust it in the next CBA. Just a thought. Uh, that's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. Just want to talk a little football with you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate your support. This Cowboys Broad. I'm out.